This is my response. This is the pod, and it is a prototype of a thing that maybe if a community was gassed, we can live a few more hours in that thing, if we can get to it.
The helicopter's coming, the Lifepod is waiting, and the cameras are all in place for the final sequence to a documentary being shot near Dawson Creek by producer-director Julian Pinder.
Well, I found, a lot of issues pertaining to not just the gas coming in, but also sort of the change in family farming and the community that way, and sort of what modern times have done to that. And that's one of the themes in the film, certainly. The main theme, however, is the gas industry coming in, though, and the effects on that, on family farming and the individuals and the community here.
There's a hole my schoolyard.
My films aren't so much kind of informational style documentaries. They're more kind of character-driven human stories that typically are sort of the backdrop to a larger issue. So, we've focused on a number of individuals here in the community who I found are, very, fantastic, unique people. One of them being Karl Mattson, who's, in my mind, a great sculptor and a very interesting thinker.
Karl Mattson's sculptures can be seen throughout Dawson Creek, and one that you can't miss is at the traffic circle.
There's a labyrinth of pipe under the ground right now. And for my daughter, who's 4, in 20, 30 years, if she decides to stay here, even if the oil and gas companies leave, there's very little, if anything, put in place to reclaim broken down pipelines. And we had a pretty serious leak close to our house that actually corroded through a pipeline, H2S gas that leaked, and that's 8-year-old infrastructure. 8 years is not very long. So what's going to happen in 20 or 30 years? That's my concern. We aren't even issued H2S monitors. We have to buy those ourselves. And we had one go off on our kitchen table one night, which is, for me and my family, that's pretty frightening. There's a real serious lack of regulations. Oil companies here, gas companies regulate their own air emissions, which to me is the fox in the hen house.
Ian Bruvold, also a resident of Rolla, BC, began writing the theme song "There's a Hole by the Schoolyard" prior to being asked because of his personal concerns.
The stack itself, or the drilling that they're doing, is just downwind from us. And so, of course, that only gives you more than just concern, At the time, I was worried about it when they brought it in because my kids were going to school. But at the same time, we live here too, just a block down from the school. So, yeah, it raises big concerns, especially when you have family. Yeah, basically the song explains itself. In many cases, I just mention how a lot of things, it seems to be, can put lipstick on a pig, but you can't make it pretty. Is basically what I'm understanding is like, yeah, you can come and talk to us, but it still doesn't make things right. I don't see why they have to put it there.
This is Bert Goulet reporting for Shaw TV in the capital of the peace, Dawson Creek.